Да, това е Skoda Fabia R5. Тази има СП калап ради Австралия. Намирам се в Млада Болеслав, столицата на Шкода, и това е музеят на Шкода. Причината, по която днес съм тук, е официалното представяне на новия рали автомобил Skoda Fabia RS Rally2, който ще очаквате първо да видим по рали отсечките по света. Това събитие са поканени хора от цяла Европа и от целия свят. Има около 150 журналиста и 50 потенциални клиенти на Шкода. Като след тези 50 потенциални клиенти на Шкода видяхме изключително много интересни имена от световните шампионати. Чакаме да видим събитието. Сега ще ви разходя малко из музея.
For 2020, we decided to focus on customer sports only, and I think it was a right decision. And as a proof, I can talk about more than 20 titles our customers won in the last season, and also Andreas Mikelsen in the top sport team won the WRC2 World Champion title, and at the same moment also the European title. And we have increased our services and our support for the private teams, for our customers. We have increased the number of the engineers and technicians dedicated to the support, also a spare part track for the World Championship. And so far we have sold more than 450 units of this successful car, which I suppose the car is not only a bestseller, but is the most successful car in this category.
Well, successful. For me that is the right cue, and I think we should not let our guests wait any longer. Shall we get a glimpse what's behind
I
the
think
corner?
more or less we are ready for the next step, and I can't wait to see the new car in action.
Absolutely. Well, play the premiere, please.
It's a completely new car. I remember when I got from the Super 2000 to the R5 to the R5 Evo 2, you really felt that this was a Skoda because they're very, special. So, but this was completely new feeling, completely new, let's say, chassis was built from scratch, completely new everything. So it gives a very different feeling of terms of driving. But Skoda has used their know-how, all their experience even though it's built on the same regulations, we want to improve, to be more reliable, to be more, let's say, faster on the stages, more performance. So I think we managed a good way forward. Yes, the car is very efficient on high-speed roads. Like you say, the rear wing is completely different to the previous model. Very different made, which gives a much better feeling on the high-speed sections. As well, they have done a good improvement on the engine, more torque, easier to use. So I think the overall package should be really strong.
I didn't have so much experience rallying R5 cars because I come from the World Rally Championship. I stopped in 2019, but I have a lot of experience over the years driving different cars. So on some tests we did have the older generation Fabia to do back-to-back comparison. But for me, for sure, there's a nice step with the new car. The biggest for me is the chassis feels, a lot more rewarding, and especially the faster events like Finland and Catalonia, tarmac and gravel, you really feel the chassis give you something back when you push. So the engine's different characteristic. You have quite a bit more usable power, and but many things on the car they've worked on. Obviously, you're constrained by the regulations from FIA. R5 regulations are still the same. They're quite restrictive, so you're never going to create something that's 2 seconds per kilometer faster, but for sure, evolution all the time improves. And the guys, I'm really happy to work with Skoda Motorsport. The guys they're so passionate about their brand, and you really feel that on the test, right to all the mechanics. Everybody working so many long hours on the test thing, and for me it's been a real pleasure to work with these guys that have a real passion for motorsport.
Great. And Mr. Haberneck and everybody said that the homologation will be on the 1st of August. And when did you expect to back racing again, maybe with this car? Can this happen?
I don't know. Let's see. It's been a nice journey so far with Skoda. We came close to working together in the past. I had some discussions with them when I was driving IRC with Super 2000. I actually was at the factory here in Czech to discuss with them, but finally we didn't agree. But it's been a nice collaboration over the last year, and let's see. I don't know. I haven't done a rally now in nearly 3 years, a European proper stage rally. So maybe let's see when they decide that's the right time to do the first rally. I'll have done some discussions, and maybe we'll go back onto the stages.
We all know the history of Skoda and how well they are preparing themselves, how well their team preparing the new car before they come to the first rally. We all know, we have all seen the amount of testing and development what they are doing. So I don't see any reason why they wouldn't win straight away with the new car, and actually I'm convinced that it will happen.
And what are you thinking about the new regulation and the way WRC is developing the last few years?
Okay, we all can be many opinion to have from the last regulations what we have, but altogether even the timing was way too short for the last Rally 1 cars last year with the development period. But still, I'm really happy to see that everything works finally quite well with the new regulations which change a lot. So at the end, it seems to be working okay, and that's the main thing. That and finally, like in Sardinia, the cars were almost the same speed, or I would say same speed as the 17 cars. So from that point of view, it's good.
Great. And can we see you again in a car on the special stages?
No, only with the co-driver for Jari-Matti.
И така, всички се суетим около един и същи автомобил, и това е тестовия автомобил. Истината е, че тези момчета, които са тук, екипът, който е участвал в разработване на автомобила, ни разказаха адски много интересна информация. Така че ще се опитам набързо да ви разкажа това, което научихме накратко. Най-вероятно нещата още не сме ги потвърдили, но това, което виждате, е новия двигател. Отчетите ни разказаха, че двигателят трябва погледнато заимства много от 2000 кубика TSFI моторът, като новата и част от други елементи. Основната причина, по която са решили да сменят двигателя, е, че има части, които произлизат от Китай, което е изненада за всички ни. И затова са решили Шкода изцяло да разработят всичко in-house, за да може всяка една част да са независими. Така, ето как се вижда, това е двигателя. Другите интересни неща, които виждаме в автомобила, виждаме рек промени в интериора. Както виждате, интериора е рек променен. Разбира се, това е тестови автомобил и ние нямаме право да гледаме в реалния. Виждаме и промяна в звуковода, но по-интересната част е ето тук. Когато се направи допълнителна защита, която не е по изискване на FIA и самите те са много горди, която допринася за по-голямата сигурност на екипажите. А това, което друго също виждаме на първо четене, е и тестови автомобил разполага с една идея по-различна структура на клетката. Относно качването, отново е ЗАГС. Те разчитат на тях. Доколкото ни казаха господата Шкода, за създаването на тестовата програма са били нужни 4 купета. Първите две са били тестови мулита, докато второто и третото се използва за макадам основно, а това е последната версия преди реалния автомобил. Нашите приятели от инженерния екип ни разказаха доста интересни неща. Едно от тях е системата горивната, която са направили много специфични промени. Това е вентил за когато се случва преобръщане през таван, за да може налягането да се регулира автоматично със създаването този отвор тук, което е нещо много интересно. Така. Ето и живота вътре. Изключително интересни информации.